paranoid. Nothing could ever stop him from winning. It was all about winning. The flu game, they called it.
Girl, this cup of coffee.
Because he thought it was food poisoning, and he looks horrible. He could barely talk, you know, and I didn't want to keep asking him about how you feel, this and that and the other. I could just see it in his eyes. I think he realized the situation. You have an opportunity to win a championship, and it can go away. We're not going to wait till you get better and then play the next week. The thing that always brought the greatness out in him was a challenge, and he was just zoned in, and there was nothing that was going to stop him from playing his best and winning that basketball game.
The sold-out Delta Center, framed by the beautiful mountains here in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Good evening, fans, and welcome to the Delta Center for game number 5 of the NBA Finals with the Chicago Bulls and our Utah Jazz. And now,
Got dudes
starting forward, number 3 is...
Welcome, everyone, to Game 5 of the NBA Finals with Coach Mike Fratello, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. A lot to talk about as we get set to go. First and foremost, Mike, Michael Jordan apparently suffering from serious flu-like symptoms.
Yeah, there was a real question whether or not he'd even take the court here. But in a crucial Game 5, there's no way Jordan's sitting out. It's just a matter of how much it'll affect him.
And the Bulls had only lost 2 games total, Clark, in the previous 3 rounds before dropping the last 2 here in Salt Lake City. So the Jazz have them on the ropes, it would seem.
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. You think about it. Chicago's won 4 titles since '91, and they've never had to go the distance in the series. I mean, if they can't find a way to stop Utah's momentum here, the Bulls will, for the first time, need 7 games if they're going to get another ring.
So taking the floor for the Bulls, it'll be Ron Harper and Michael Jordan in the backcourt. Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman man the forward spots. And at center, Luke Longley. For the Jazz, John Stockton will be at the point with Jeff Hornacek at the 2. In the front court, we have Brian Russell, Karl Malone in the center, Greg Ostertag.
And guys, I think it's already safe to say Jordan does not have his usual energy tonight.
Russell against Jordan. That one good for 2. Clark, with Michael Jordan clearly not feeling well, you have to wonder how many minutes he'll be able to play in this one.
And Kevin, you know, with Michael Jordan, he never wants to come out of the game ultra competitive, and yet Phil Jackson may be in a position where he has to make a tough. You have to rescue a player from himself.
But Jordan never wants to come out, does he?
No, he wants to go the full 48 minutes.
A nice shot by Stockton. And, of course, Coach, all eyes on Michael Jordan as we try to get a sense of how his illness is affecting him.
Shouldn't take long to find out, Kev. Once he gets a few minutes under his belt, we'll see if he has the energy to keep going.
Yes, sir.
This is what Ostertag does best. Fantastic job measuring the shooter and rising up to swat it away. A well-timed feed was the catalyst for that bucket. That's how you set someone up for success.
Now, here is Russell. Stockton looking around. Goes up at the stripe, and he nails the jumper. Stockton's got 7 points.
Trust Stockton to make smart play calls like this one, using the pick and roll to get himself free for a high-quality shot.
Pippen against Hornacek. On the wing, Jordan. That's 2 in a row for Michael Jordan. He's just not allowing this flu to affect his game. And Clark, after a few quiet games to start the series, John Stockton's been sensational since the series has come back to Salt Lake.
I think you got to attribute some of that to playing at home, good home cooking. You know, we always talk about John Stockton's assist, but in these finals, his defense has been as good as his passing.
It has. And the Bulls have to overcome Jordan's illness. For more on that, let's now go to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. With Michael Jordan struggling, the Bulls training staff is doing all it can to keep him hydrated. They've given him plenty of fluids and are considering an IV. It means the Bulls will need guys like Pippen, Rodman, and Harper to step up, especially on defense, because they're facing a red-hot Jazz team. John Stockton has been dominant since this series came to Utah. Guys?
He has been. David, thank you. When they're ready with an IV, you know Jordan's condition, Mike, has got to be serious.
For sure. You have to wonder how long MJ will last tonight. I'm not sure how many minutes he'll have in him.
But they're going to need him. And coach, for Scottie Pippen, the effects of his foot injury, you can see, are still lingering.
Yeah, he hasn't been as explosive as we're used to. He's been in more of a post-up role for them in the past few games.
Here's Hornacek. Following the basket by Michael Jordan. Here's Malone. Not going to go that time. Some solid defense by Rodman. Pippen for three. And the Bulls another three.
There is terrific accuracy on Pippen's shooting. And that can really open up the arc for him.
Here is Stockton. 11 points in the game. And the foul called on Michael Jordan. That's his first foul. Anderson, he's checked in for Hornacek. Wennington, he's checked in for the Bulls. Kerr comes in for Ron Harper. Off the inbound, Ostertag gets the bucket.
You can't let Ostertag get that deep. I mean, he's confident when he's got the ball in that territory.
And one thing the Bulls need to do tonight is a better job at the free throw line. They only got to the line 12 times in Game 4, and they missed 7 of those 12 shots.
And, you know, Coach, that was a huge difference in the ball game. A close game like that, missing that many free throws, that's a problem. The Jazz did play aggressive D, but they didn't really pay for that aggressive defense. I expect we'll see more of the same tonight.
Poetry in motion. Malone is just automatic from the mid-range area.
It's Rodman with the ball for Chicago. They lead by 4. Jordan against Russell. 13 feet away. Jordan refusing to make his team carry the load, finding another basket.
And defensively, you have to be frustrated there. In position to contest the shot, but MJ's just too good.
Pass to Russell. There's 45 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And good that time.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
And I would think the end of Game 4 still has to be kind of floating around in the heads of the Bulls players. They were up 4 with a minute and a half left. Up 4, 90 seconds to go. And
for the last 9 points in the game, you know Michael Jordan and company doesn't want to let that happen again.
I can't see it happening again either, Coach.
Here's Russell after the made shot from Scottie Pippen. Shot clock at 6. 3-pointer, Stockton, and the Jazz another 3.
Such a pro at reading defenses. Stockton is terrific at recognizing when to go right up with the shot.
Russell left side. Over Rodman. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Bulls ahead. They lead by 3. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And we're back for the start of the second quarter. It's Game 5 of the NBA Finals. Bulls star Michael Jordan still in distress with flu-like symptoms.
And I'll say, I don't think you could get a louder crowd than we have in Utah here tonight.
A nice shot by Jordan. Jordan's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for Chicago.
Gotta like how Jordan keeps his focus, not allowing the defense to get the better of him deep inside.
So with Malone sitting on the bench, here's who's on the floor for Jerry Sloan. We've got Russell. Foster is out there with Antoine Carr. Then there's John Stockton. And it's Hornacek in at the 2 spot. Jazz trail by 7. You're right about these fans. The Jazz crowd is sensing what an opportunity this could be.
Kevin, they sure are. It's an intense place to play. There's no denying that. And with a chance to take a 3-2 lead in the series, these fans have it turned up full throat.
Yeah, top volume. They are loud.
Yep.
Here's Stockton following the basket by Michael Jordan. to the middle. It's stolen by Kerr. You know, Mike, it's amazing to see the performance Jordan is putting on here. Clearly not at full strength, but still getting it done.
That's the kind of competitor he is. Remember, this is the NBA Finals. If MJ had to play on a broken leg, he'd probably still be out there.
You're probably right. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Jazz.
Boy, they've been staggered right now. Really. So good idea to use the TO.
A chance to refocus your team. Try to respond with your own run, perhaps.
For the Jazz. Morris is checked in for Russell. And Isley subbed in for John Stockton. Now, here is Hornacek. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Isley, defended by Kerr. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Good aggressive play there, but the shot is off the mark just a skosh.
Considering the foul he took, it would have been an impressive make.
The Bulls making a switch here. Caffey's checked in. The Bulls leading by 10. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Kerr, the pass to Caffey. That's good. And so Kerr with the assist. Caffey's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
No way can you overstate in the finals once throughout the Jordan era.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Here's Caffey following the bucket by the Jazz. Over Carr. Another one falls for Chicago. And Mike, if the Jazz pull this game out, the Bulls will be under pressure they're not used to.
True, but this is a tough team to rattle. Even if they do go down 3-2, I don't think they'll be easy to put away.
I would agree with you. And so it's Utah here with the ball after the Bulls pick up 2. Foster passes to Carr. And he comes up with the deuce. Carr's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Despite the contact, Carr still finishes. What a focused man.
And Mike, in the battle between Michael Jordan and Karl Malone, 2 of the greats ever, Jordan has dominated so far.
Each team leans on those guys for the bulk of their scoring. And tonight, Jordan's taking the mailman to school.
He was not able to get there in time, so that's a good call.
Yeah, if you're going to go for that play, you have to be quick. He didn't act fast enough.
Keefe is checked in for Utah. Chicago also making some changes. Kukoc, he's checked in for Caffey, and it's Brown in for Kerr.
And it's hard to imagine a player performing as well as Jordan under such tough circumstances.
Some nice ball movement here by the Bulls. Brown, good.
When you face Jordan, you put so much focus on MJ that it creates openings for other guys.
Knocked loose. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Pulls up from the corner, and Pippen with the basket. The assist by Brown. Pippen's got 10 points in the game. Well, if we've learned one thing, Clark, over the years, it's that Michael Jordan can rise to any occasion.
That's exactly right. And it's impossible for me to explain the kind of energy it takes to do what Michael Jordan's doing. And to do it when you're sick, like he is, it seems virtually impossible. But I do know this, Kevin. There are many times when players have not felt their best and yet played their best. I think psychologically and subconsciously, you rise to another level of concentration, which helps you.
I know you and I are glued to this one.
Yeah.
Damn.
Isley, good.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
And so Brown will bring it up for the Bulls. Here's Pippen. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. He's got 12.
Pippen showing you nice agility that time, working around tough defense, able to play through that contact.
Utah calls timeout. A different look for Utah. Greg Ostertag, he's checked in for Keefe. Malone comes in for Carr. And it's Anderson in for Hornacek. Wennington, he's checked in for Chicago. Malone, the pass to Isley. Malone with it, picked up by Brown. In transition, here come the Bulls. Brown's got the ball. He gets that one. Jordan's got 9 points in the quarter.
Overcoming the flu to put in work in this one. Michael Jordan, not only is he relentless, he is resilient as well. But can he maintain it?
Fires for three. That falls. Nice feed that time from Scottie Pippen. Pippen's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Isley the pass to Morris. Here's Isley. Anderson outside. Pass to Malone. Looking to end the run, and it's blocked.
Nice job that time by Kukoc using the wingspan to get a hand on it.
That shot wide open. Pippen's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Bulls.
Hey, it's as plain as pound cake. Keep it simple. They want to see how big this league can get.
No such thing as running up the score at this level.
Now here's Anderson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Morris. Shot clock at 5. From deep three-point range, another miss by Utah. Pippen feeling it out a bit. Outside Jordan. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Jordan. Another night, another electric performance by Mike. Where does it end?
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far it hasn't been close. It's the Bulls running away with this one. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Mike Fratello, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge. We're ready for the second half here in Game 5 of the NBA Final.
How about this Utah crowd? They get extremely loud. Remember back in Game 4, Phil Jackson had to wear earplugs.
So for Chicago right now, we've got Longley down out there with Jordan. And it's Dennis Rodman. And it's Pippen in at the 3 spot. Here's Stockton after the Bulls pick up 2. Up top, Russell. Defended by Pippen. Just 5 on the clock. It's tipped.
Hard to shoot over 7'2". Longley getting all of that one.
It's Pippen on the wing. He's guarded by Russell. Rodman. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
That's his first.
And Mike, talking about the atmosphere in here right now, it couldn't get any louder.
Well, it's the last game of the year in Salt Lake, and maybe the biggest game in Jazz history. These fans are going to do their part for sure.
Yeah, they're going crazy.
Playing well on both ends of the floor, stifling defense and dangerous O. That's a heck of a combo.
That's what has built this lead.
And now let's hear from David, who has an update on Michael Jordan's condition.
Thanks, Kevin. I was able to ask Michael how he was feeling coming out of the locker room at halftime. All he did was smile and shake his head. It didn't look like he was feeling much better. Now, I talked to the head athletic trainer who told me MJ is exhausted, totally dehydrated, and in his words, a little bit out of it. Back to you, Kevin.
Wow. David, thank you. Well, I don't know, guys. I'm not sure he's as out of it as it seems. Michael's always pretty much into it to me, Coach.
Well, we've seen it before with Jordan. When he's facing adversity like this, it can make his focus laser.
It is amazing. Mike, Scottie Pippen doing everything he can to deliver this win for the Bulls.
It's what great players do. Jordan's in bad shape, and Pippen picks up the rest of the team. He's showing just how important he is to this Bulls squad.
He's vital.
A testament to his superior strength. I like watching Jordan muscle through contact and finish.
Ron Harper, he's checked in for the Bulls. Chicago shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. So it's the Jazz now. And I think the question marks about Michael Jordan's health, Coach, have been answered by now.
From everything we're hearing, what he's doing is amazing. This is a guy who might need an IV. And still, he's out there tearing the Jazz up.
Unbelievable. It's Rodman with the ball for Chicago. Pippen outside. And Pippen slams it in.
Incredible effort from Scottie Pippen throughout this game. Looking to cover for MJ as much as possible and do the work for his team.
So it's Utah now. The pass to Hornacek. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Jordan. The finish. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Look how fast Jordan acts. Once he sees an opening, snatching the ball and getting it up the court.
Stockton kicks to Hornacek. And here's Stockton. 14 points for him. Passes to Ostertag. 5 to shoot. That's good. And a nice assist from Stockton. Ostertag's got his second basket of the night.
And with Jordan battling a stomach illness, we've got to acknowledge Pippen's contribution.
Here's Harper. And he uses the glass on the layup.
You see how creative Harper can be. He loves getting jiggy with it with his ball handle.
Stockton the pass to Hornacek. Back to Stockton. Good on the shot. Stockton's got 16. And this is just what the Bulls, Clark, were hoping to get from Scottie Pippen.
Kevin, it's what great players do. I mean, when a teammate's struggling, you know you've got to pick up the slack for that guy that's not at his best, and Scottie's done that, and then some. Stay aggressive. I don't ever like to see teams pump the brakes when they've got the lead. Stay aggressive, attack, a fantastic way to pad your cushion.
Absolutely. You know a run is coming.
Here's Ostertag. Malone trying to break free. Down he goes. Nice one there from Ostertag. Ostertag's got 4 points now in the quarter. We thought this game could come down to who does more, Coach, Jordan or Malone.
And it's been a one-sided fight. Jordan's been the bigger presence by far. MJ may be sick, but he isn't going to let that stop him.
So it's the Jazz now. After the Bulls picking up a basket just moments ago. And the call will be against Scottie Pippen.
That's his first personal.
That's his first foul. A different look for Utah. Foster comes in for Ostertag. And it's Anderson in for Hornacek. Chicago also making some changes. Pennington comes in for Longley. And it's Kukoc in for Scottie Pippen. That's good from Malone on the assist by Stockton. He's got 8.
Yeah, you know, some might say Stockton is the high water mark for dime droppers. His distribution really on a whole nother level. Great assist guy.
Good on the bucket.
Making the defense look powerless. I mean, taking it right inside for the bucket there.
They better be. It has not been a good performance for him at that end of the floor.
Lets it go from deep. And with that, Jordan matches his 38 points in Game 2. What a performance.
Catching the defense off guard that time with the pull-up. Jordan too good off the dribble.
Knocked away. And stolen by Jordan. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Kukoc gets the bucket.
They are really in control on both ends of the floor right now, forcing turnovers and finding easy points, while the other guys are struggling to maintain pace.
Now here's Malone. 8 points for him. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Back to Stockton. Shot to stop the run, and that one good. Stockton's got 4 points in the quarter.
From mid-range now, Stockton can light it up. He'll take those shots anytime he can.
Jordan with it. He gets it up. That pushes Jordan to a series high for scoring. And while dealing with the flu on top of everything else, we may never see another game like this. And so it's Chicago with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. The scoring. Welcome back for the fourth quarter of this pivotal Game 5. With Clark Kellogg, Mike Fratello, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Michael Jordan still toughing it out despite his illness.
And with all of the attention, Rodman. Been getting from these Utah fans, it's only revved him up more.
So with Malone on the bench, here's who's on the floor for Jerry Sloan. Antoine Carr out there with Morris. Then there's Anderson. Then it's Keefe. And it's Isley in at the point. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Isley's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Jazz. And when it comes to Dennis Rodman, Mike, he seems to feed off the emotion inside the gym.
Good guy.
Especially him.
You are asking for trouble if you're going to allow that kind of shooter that kind of a good look. You can't let that happen.
Let's face it, they have not done a good job staying attached to shooters. And it shows in the score.
Inside, Anderson. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Anderson's got his first bucket in this one. And here's Jordan. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Count it.
And a great bounce-back game for Jordan after a shaky performance in Game 4.
Pass to Anderson. Knocks it loose. Jordan with the steal. And he makes that one.
Michael Jordan.
Jordan's got 43 points.
In the open floor, few are better than Jordan. MJ can literally fly.
Three-pointer. And he can't bank that one in. Anderson outside. And it's stunning, Clark, to think that Jordan could have this kind of game in his condition.
You know, he's shown us in the past how he can rise to any occasion. But he missed 16 shots in Game 4. To see him tough it out and actually raise his game, remarkable.
It is remarkable in every way. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Love the physicality from Carr in the interior. Mixing it up with the defense and drawing a good foul.
Antoine Carr. 2 shots.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And so here is Chicago. Here's Brown. Lays it up off the glass.
That hoop right there from Brown takes physical and mental strength.
And Mike, they've been careless with the ball tonight. That's hurt them.
Lack of focus, lack of discipline. They're better than this.
Back to Morris. Poked away. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Brown's got the ball. And the Bulls, another 3.
The number of the second half, 3. They are drilling shots.
And that starts with ball movement, putting your shooters in good positions.
And here we go. Jordan going to the hoop. Nailed from three-point land. Jordan's got 46 points. You know, it's just incredible, isn't it? For all the bad news, Mike, we've heard about Jordan's condition, he is still in complete command of this game.
MJ is such a motivated player. As strange as it sounds, maybe this flu gave him some inspiration because we're seeing him at his best.
And you know, because you've called all of his biggest games. And Utah making a change here. Howard's checked in. Howard against Jordan. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
How about the damage they've done from deep? Sniping away with great confidence.
They're certainly taking threes in bunches. Can't blame them given the results they're seeing right now.
Pass to Carr. Makes it off the glass. Carr's got 4 points this quarter.
Fantastic work by Carr. Getting the ball in a good spot and going into attack mode.
Here's Caffey. And the Bulls, another 3.
The defense was wanting, and he gave it to him.
Isley the pass to Anderson. Now here's Howard. Back to Anderson. Up and in on the layup.
It could be a simple game. Work it down low. Watch the points go up on the scoreboard.
Bushler the pass to Brown. Bulls moving the ball around. There's the pass to Bushler. Good, and the assist goes to Jordan. Jordan's got his 8th assist in the game. And here's Utah. And here we go. The Bulls running again. The shot's good from Jordan.
He is determined to hunt shots out there on the perimeter.
And it is paying off. He's finding a big chunk of his points from three-point range.
Passes it to Isley. Pass to Carr. 6 on the shot clock. Over Chaffee. And again, it's Utah.
Taking what he can get. Carr doesn't have to go inside to score.
Carr's gone 4 of 5 shooting from the field. Here's Wennington. Pass to Bushland for the 3. And the Bulls, another 3.
Left him with room to launch, and that's one he had to take.
Kicks to Howard. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Here's Carr. And Utah again with the bucket.
They could have used...
It's something positive to take into the next game.
Brown, good.
Not coasting to victory. They're running through the tape. Run through that finish line.
That's how you do it. Keep it going through the checkered flag.
Howard, the pass to Keefe. Now the pass to Howard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Jordan. Here's Wennington. Back to Jordan. Lets the 3 fly. That's 3 straight misses for MJ. He might be reaching his limits here physically. And now, Mike, the Bulls just 1 win away from their 2nd straight NBA title.
And you have to think this series is theirs for the taking. I don't think Utah can go into Chicago and win 2 straight.
It'll be a tough task, Clark, to say the least.
Assuming Michael Jordan is back at full strength, Kevin, it very well could be an impossible task.
'97. There's Kobe. Let's go. 36. Kobe on the torn. Got it on that shit. Alright. Must be.
Michael Jordan is the greatest player ever. Just watching him play, he had tenacity, he had focus, he had drive, he had vision, and Kobe emulated his game after Mike. He did everything Mike did, walked like him, talked like him, did everything. He loved Mike. So, you know, the ability to go against him that day, just him versus Mike, he lived for stuff like that. So, I remember that game. You know, he wasn't calling no plays, and every time Mike scored, he knew he had to score. Whatever Mike was doing, he had to do it or outdo him. That's what you do when you go up against a great player, a.k.a. your idol. You gotta let them know that you're coming to take their spot.
NBA superstars are judged by their championships. In 1991, Michael Jordan and the Bulls secured their first, knocking off Magic Johnson and the Lakers. To some, a passing of the torch from one great dynasty to another. But now, a new challenge emerges from Los Angeles. A young Lakers team who tonight will lean on their high-flying youngster, Kobe Bryant. A hazy winter day as we fly over downtown Chicago. Down below, The buzz is stirring in the United Center. Good evening, everyone. Tonight, we'll see if the winds of change are in the air in the Windy City. The visiting Los Angeles Lakers are up and coming, and they look to take down the defending champion Chicago Bulls. With Clark Kellogg, Mike Fratello, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Mike, what stands out to you as we break down this Bulls-Lakers matchup?
Well, Kev, the Bulls at 14-9 on the season, still kind of rounding into their usual championship form. The Lakers 18-5 and riding a 3-game winning streak. And you know they'll be fired up to take on the defending champs.
They sure will be. A great crowd here at the United Center as usual. Their win the other night, Clark, against Phoenix, and the 500th consecutive sellout. That is mind-boggling to me.
It is amazing they've got that kind of a sellout streak going, but for good reason. I mean, they've won 5 championships in the last 7 seasons. These fans are bearing witness to one of the greatest dynasties in NBA history.
Now taking a look at the starting lineups for the Lakers. They'll have Nick Van Exel and Eddie Jones at the 2 guard spots. Rick Fox and Robert Horry at the forward. Eldon Campbell is manning the middle once again, filling in for the injured Shaquille O'Neal. And for the defending champion Chicago Bulls, Ron Harper is in at the 1 and Michael Jordan joining him in the backcourt. Tony Kukoc at the small forward. The rebounding machine Dennis Rodman at power forward. Luke Longley is back in the starting lineup after missing Monday's game with a sprained ankle.
And both of these teams missing star players with injury. For the Bulls, Scottie Pippen recovering from foot surgery. And for the Lakers, Shaquille O'Neal is out till Christmas with an abdominal strain.
Knocks down the 3-ball.
The threes are falling. They answer back from distance.
This is modern basketball. You got to have that long-distance threat.
Van Exel with it. Pass to Jones. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Hey, Clark, when you talk about the absence of Scottie Pippen, it's been rumored he'd welcome a change of scenery.
You're exactly right, Kevin, and those are more than just rumors now. I mean, he said on multiple occasions he'll never play for the Bulls ever again. With the trade deadline approaching in February, some tough decisions for Chicago's front office.
Hard to say he'll never play for the Bulls again. That seems a little harsh.
It does, I agree.
Ryan is checked in for Jones. And here is Van Exel. Fox looking it over. Passes it to Horry. 5 on the clock. Here's Kobe, and Kobe throws it down hard.
It's still amazing to me that Kobe is doing this at 19 years old. When Michael was that age, he was still a sophomore at UNC.
Contrary to the Lakers, the Bulls' expertise is on the defensive end of the floor. They only allow 86 points a game, which ranks 2nd in the NBA behind the Cleveland Cavaliers.
They're also holding their opponents to just 41% shooting from the field. Nothing comes easy against this suffocating Bulls defense. Have to do more than this to stop Horry. I like seeing him work through the contact.
And some key injuries on both sides of the ball. And for more information on that, let's bring in David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Michael Jordan has been dealing with a dislocated index finger in his right hand. When talking to him before the game, he said he has no feel to his shots, and that's why they've been flat. As a result, he's changed his game and is operating more in the post, much like he did during his years in North Carolina. We'll see if that continues tonight. Back to you.
Yeah, the hand is a concern. D.A., thank you. And Jordan Mike is still scoring at a high clip, but there's been a slight drop in efficiency we've seen.
Well, you can really see it in his three-point shooting. In 23 games this season, he's attempted 31 threes, shooting just 19%. But in the 3 seasons prior to this one, he hadn't shot below 37% from deep.
David just said, Michael said to him, he has no feel to his shots, and that's why he's been flat. We'll have to watch that closely. Well, Mike, it'll be interesting to see if this veteran Chicago Bulls team can slow down that Laker up-tempo offense.
What we have is a clash of different styles here. The #1 scoring offense of the Lakers versus the stout defense of the Bulls.
Great matchup. Bryant hits them both. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Wennington, he's checked in for Longley. Caffey comes in for Dennis Rodman. Burrell, he's checked in for Tony Kukoc. And it's Brown in for Harper. And then for Los Angeles, Blunt comes in for Campbell. And Fisher subbed in for Ben Exel. Here's Blunt, and it's Bryant in the corner. And finish off by Bryant.
Well, it hasn't been an ideal start to the season for the Bulls. They're currently 5th in the Central Division and have only gone 7-7 against teams over 500.
Still no need to worry. I'm not going to bet against these guys. I mean, they are back-to-back champs, and for good reason. I clearly expect them to turn things around, especially when Pippen gets back into the lineup.
Here's Fox. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Here's Blunt to the paint. And he lays it straight in.
He can do it all. Fisher shows his relentlessness on that shot through contact.
Brown feeling out a bit. A minute 20 left in the first quarter. Over Fisher, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
The points coming in. Bunt is here. Where's the D?
Some great scorers on both sides. It's just that type of a game so far.
Going up against Zylo Clark on a big stage should be quite the test for this young Kobe Bryant.
There is no denying that is true, but what I like is the fact that this young man has the confidence to handle that pressure on big stage. But I think it's important that he try to idle himself down a little bit and not get too caught up in the individual matchup with MJ.
Yeah, that's good advice. There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter. To the wing on the left. Caffey the pass to Brown. And 3 from Jordan. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
Jordan has looked very sharp here early on, and that's not a good sign for the Lakers.
And the pass to Blunt. He kicks to Fisher. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game.
Another lead change. Back and forth we go as neither team willing to back down after a bucket.
And no matter which side you are cheering for, these are the games you love. Both teams fighting every step of the way.
Jordan. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And he has been dialed in since the tip with his shot. Great output from him so far.
Here's Kobe. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
Well, you want the ball in his hands. A real good offensive player.
Now, here is Jordan. Over Bryant. And it is good. The buzzer. Wow.
Saw that time on the clock and let that shot fly perfect.
That is how you end the quarter. Gets it to go, and they are elated at the...
And so it's Michael Jordan making things happen for the Bulls. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Welcome back to Chicago, where we've got the Los Angeles Lakers taking on the hometown Chicago Bulls. And we're ready to start the second quarter. And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
Coach wants to discuss things here. A few things to address.
And keeping everyone on the same page requires that communication.
Here's Los Angeles now.
Well, about a week ago, in the same game that he dislocated his finger, Michael Jordan passed Moses Malone on the all-time scoring list, moving into 3rd place. And now, only trails Wilt Chamberlain and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, they've got Jones. Campbell is out there at Blunt. Then there's Kobe, and it's Van Exel in at the point guard. Now Kobe is getting to see it firsthand how difficult it is to guard Michael Jordan. The Lakers trail. Now Van Exel, he's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And talking about Jordan, Clark, he passed Malone on the scoring list while playing in 461 fewer games. That's amazing to me.
It really is, Kevin. And at his current scoring rate, how about this? MJ could pass Wilt if he plays just one more season, but there's no guarantee that he will play another year.
It's good. The Lakers have really come out in attack mode in this one.
I love the aggressiveness and the assertiveness. I like that they're not settling for anything. They're being in charge and taking charge. They've been intent on getting high-quality shots, and it's paying off. Van Exel, a shooting guard and a point guard's body, that time creating for his teammate.
Jordan on the wing. Guarded by Kobe. Down low. Pass to Longley. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Brown, good.
Hey, like most players, when Brown connects from deep, everything else just opens up. An encouraging sign.
Pass to Jones. Here's Van Exel. Buries it from three-point range. Van Exel's got 5 points in the quarter.
Eye for an eye right there. You hit me with the triple. I'm coming right back at you with the 3 of my own.
And you love that mentality. Both sides playing with fire in their bellies tonight.
Back to Brown. Launches it. And the Bulls another 3.
Kobe Bryant is currently the top scoring reserve in the NBA. At just 19 years old, this young man is averaging 17 points, 4 boards, 3 assists, and almost 2 steals. That is stuffing the stat sheet and playing just 26 minutes per game.
Michael Jordan, as you can see, Coach Fratello putting on a show for the home crowd, just scoring at will.
Well, with Kobe Bryant in town and all the hype around him, Michael had plenty of motivation coming into this game. And you could see it with how assertive he's been on offense.
Sure can. Let's send it over to David Aldridge for some news on Scottie Pippen.
Thank you, Kevin. No doubt the Bulls have missed Scottie Pippen this season. He's been out after undergoing foot surgery, and he's expected to be back sometime in January. But there's still a question of whether or not he'll be playing for Chicago. Trade rumors have been circulating, and Pippen has said on multiple occasions that he will not play for this team again. Guys?
David, thank you. And Mike, it's hard to envision the Bulls moving on without Scottie Pippen.
Well, crew coach has stepped up and played solid in his absence. But they need Pippen if they want to win their 3rd straight championship. He's crucial to this team.
In every way, you're right.
And these calls are not easy for the refs to make.
Things happen so fast in real time. These refs do their best to get these calls right.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Bushler comes in for Brown. And Steve Kerr is subbed in for Burrell. Morey's checked in for the Lakers.
After finishing last season as the league's highest scoring team, the Bulls' offense has struggled to start the year, averaging just 92 points per game, which is the 5th lowest in the NBA.
2 minutes remaining.
Shoots. They grab their own miss. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Fantastic work on the offensive glass. Like seeing Bushler getting after it, being rewarded for his effort.
Passes it to Jones. And here is Campbell. Here's Van Exel. And again, Los Angeles with the triple. And with the Bulls offense, efficiency, Clark, has been a real problem.
Yeah, you know, you look at what they've shot, 43% from the field, only 30% from downtown, Kevin, and only 68% from the line. I mean, those all rank towards the bottom of the league, maybe just a a little bit of a championship hangover being experienced.
Yeah, perhaps. Those are very un-Chicago-like numbers. It's good. Rodman's got 5 now. Lakers leading by 3. 1:04 left in the second quarter. In transition, here come the Bulls. Releases. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Jordan's got 7 points for the quarter. So far, Mike, so good for Jordan. That finger hasn't been an issue for him in these first 2 quarters of the game.
Yeah, he's playing through the discomfort and scoring well here in the early stages. He scores efficiently and moves the ball with ease. Van Exel, such a great asset to his team.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Rodman's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
That's why you never give up on a play. He worked to get in position and came away with the second chance points.
Outside, Kobe. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Kobe looking to score early and often. He's come out with the real purpose.
The 3. Shot is good in the Los Angeles leads. Cut down to 2 points now on the basket from Rodman.
Little back and forth, tay-to-tay on the perimeter. Both teams showing off their range.
Just another reminder of how excellent the shooting has become in this league.
Watch this.
Jordan with it. 25 points in the game. Jump shot is good.
Dang.
Jordan's got the game tied up here for the Bulls.
I think he's got to show more fight than that. Can't give up on the play once you hit screen. He got to continue to fight through.
And Coach is definitely going to be frustrated with that effort, or lack of one, that is.
From deep. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Michael Jordan getting it done for the Bulls. A terrific quarter for him. And now he has a total of 27 points. Shouldn't take him long to get up over 30. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
52 minutes.
It's a gorgeous December night here in Chicago as the Lakers and Bulls are getting set to start the second half. Welcome back, everyone. We've got a fun matchup between the Chicago Bulls and the visiting.
While Shaq's been out, Eddie Jones has been the Lakers' leading scorer, and he was named the NBA Player of the Month in November, with averages of just over 21 points per game, 3.6 rebounds, 3.5 assists, and 2.4 steals per game.
Harper's out there with Jordan. Then it's Longley. Then it's Tony Kukoc, and it's Rodman in at the 4 spot. And that's the group for Phil Jackson as we begin the second half. Harper's shot's good.
I guess Harper just couldn't let that last 3 go unanswered. Taking a confident shot from the perimeter himself.
And with Jones, Clarkie's coming off a 32-point performance last night in the Twin Cities against Minnesota.
Kevin, no denying he's been great offensively, but you also can't overlook his impact on defense. I mean, he's been one of the league's premier wing defenders this season.
And we know Player of the Month, as we just talked about.
Yep.
They now take the lead. Jordan's got 30 points. These teams just keep trading the lead.
Yeah, you know, you wonder what it's going to take for somebody to pull away and take control of this thing.
Jones, no one around him. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist. Fox has got 3 assists in the game. Chicago has had some trouble, Clark, slowing down this Lakers offense.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, this is a young, energetic team when you look at the Lakers, and they're hard to game plan for because they've got so many weapons, multiple guys that can score.
Los Angeles foul. Robert Horry.
And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
Such great timing, defensive awareness, too. When you have to face a defender that can reject you like this, it certainly can change your approach.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. And it's Chicago scoring again.
He is absolutely putting on a scoring clinic, guys. If it wasn't for him, they would not be in this game.
So the Lakers call timeout, their first. Michael Jordan really making a difference here.
Boy, he's been killing them all night, and the defense looks like it's practically. Packed it in.
And coach, a foul here, and it looked to be an intentional foul.
I'm not really sure why he did that. Maybe a miscommunication.
And here is Van Exel. He's got 13. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. And Campbell throws it down.
Dennis Rodman's domination on the glass, unprecedented. He's a glass eater like no other. Led the league in rebounding for 6 straight seasons and could make it a 7th this year. No other player has done it more than 5 times. Boy, since the break, they've really increased the energy level.
I love how this team is playing, making the effort plays.
Tipped away. Harper with the steal. The pass to Jordan. And the Bulls, another 3.
Moving the ball, that's what Harper brings his team. A guard who wants to share.
Hey, Mike, when you look at Rodman, he's averaging 14 rebounds a game this season. It's unbelievable.
Look, even though he's leading the league, 14 rebounds is less than he's used to having. In his previous 6 seasons, Rodman averaged an incredible 17 rebounds per game.
These numbers are hard to believe, aren't they?
I think sometimes they shoot and miss on purpose just so he can get another rebound.
That's a very good point.
Great awareness to stop and pop from 3. The defense was back, and he smartly took the shot from distance.
And the Lakers call time here. We've seen Michael Jordan really having a great game.
They need to use this timeout to evaluate how they can slow him down. He's lighting them up from beyond the arc.
Los Angeles with some changes. Blunt, he's checked in for Campbell. Bryant comes in for Jones. And Barry's subbed in for Van Exel.
Well, filling in for Shaq is not an easy task, but Eldon Campbell is doing an excellent job. In the last 13 games without O'Neal, he's averaging 18.7 rebounds and 2 blocks.
Bryant's shot is good.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
That'll be a 5-second call. Cappy, he's checked in for the Bulls.
Coming onto the floor for your Bulls, Jason Cappy.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Kobe with the bucket. And talking about Campbell Clark, he's actually the oldest and longest tenured Laker on their roster.
Yeah, back in the 1990 draft, Campbell was selected 27th, just 2 spots ahead of Tony Kukoc. And as a rookie, he was a member of that Lakers team that fell to Jordan and the Bulls in the final, as the Bulls captured their first of 5 titles. The effort rewarded that time on the fast break with an easy look.
That's what it's all about, staying in front of the defense. You have the basketball to yourself.
Pass to Barry from past the arc. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist. Kobe's got 3 assists tonight.
Perfect time to kick the ball out. He read the defense and trusted his instincts. Not just a physical battle, it's also a mental battle. And Bryant is having to learn that the hard way.
Coach Fratello, Michael Jordan is in complete command of this game, and the Lakers haven't been able to do anything to slow him down.
He's teaching Kobe a few things out there firsthand and showing that there's still a large gap between the 2 players.
And the shot goes in.
He's got excellent vision on the floor, creating for his guy with a spot-on lead pass.
Here's Caffey. Ori defending. It's blocked. And here's the fast break. Bryant leading the way. And Kobe throws it down.
Ori's such a selfless player. This guy just makes winning play after winning play.
Jordan against Bryant. the 8-footer. And Jordan with the nice inside bucket. Jordan's got 48.
He has taken this game over, plain and simple. Having some real fun out there.
All of a sudden, everything has clicked for him.
And the foul called on Michael Jordan. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Lakers making a change here. Fisher's checked in and stolen by Jordan. It's up a 3. That's a season high in points scored for Jordan, passing his previous mark of 49, which came against the Clippers back in November. Kicks it to Bryant. Pass to Ori. And the dunk by Ori.
Most often we see Ori camping out at the three-point line. That time, he goes right to the rim.
Here's Jordan. Lays it up and banks it in. Jordan's got 53.
You see why they lean on him night in and night out.
Here is Bryant. 18 points for him. That one drops for him.
Terrific effort from him, really all night. Yet despite his supreme marksmanship, they're still operating at a deficit.
A deep 3 from Jordan. Michael Jordan getting it done for the Bulls. He's looking to make history here today. Who knows how many points he'll end up with when it's all said and done.
The Lakers, 78.
Welcome back, everyone. It's time for some fourth quarter action here in Chicago, where Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls are battling Kobe Bryant and the visiting LA Lakers.
Well, we've heard the reports of Scottie Pippen being unhappy with the Bulls front office, and the trade rumors have been circulating as a result. Names like Tom Gugliotta, Jerry Stackhouse, and Eddie Jones have all been mentioned in possible trade packages for the Bulls.
Taking a look at Los Angeles, they've got Kobe. Jones is out there with Ori. Then there's Campbell, and it's Fisher in at the 1.
With all the talk about Kobe and the Lakers being the future of the league, Michael is reminding us that he and the Bulls are the present.
Pass to Fisher. Outside, Jones. Kobe, that's for 2. Bryant is now up to 20 points, really showcasing his natural scoring ability. The Bulls leading by 7. Here's Harper. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. Well, here we are looking at Pippen Clark with his return set for January. We'll have to keep our eyes out for that February trade deadline.
Yeah, I've got that circled on my calendar, Kevin, and you know Scottie is looking for a new contract. That's clear. But I'd be surprised if he doesn't at least finish out the season with the Bulls.
I agree.
This is exactly the type of competitor that he is. He's not backing down. He's not shying away. Coming right back at him with the 3 of his own.
They're going at it right now. This is the level of competition the fans love to see.
Well, he's got such a nice combination. Length and the soft touch from close range. That's hard to deal with.
Brown is checked in for Harper. The Lakers also with the sub. Van Exel's checked in. And that one misses.
Last season, Kobe Bryant won the slam dunk contest as a rookie. But he won't get the chance to defend his title this year in New York because the contest will be missing from the All-Star Weekend for the first time since 1984.
Jones. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
So explosive with the ball. Eddie Jones and 1.
And regarding the dunk contest, it'll be replaced with the 2-ball contest on All-Stars Saturday night. What do you think?
I like it, Kevin. I do. I like the fact that it'll be fun to watch NBA and WNBA players team up. But it makes you wonder if this is going to be a permanent change. Hopefully, we'll see the return of the dunk contest at some point. But I like taking a break and adding something new.
I think we will see that dunk contest, and I think it will be permanent in terms of being back in All-Star Weekend. Van Exel kicks to Jones. To the inside. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
During his time in Houston, Robert Horry played primarily at the small forward spot, but coming into this season, the Lakers told him they needed him at the 4. As a result, he bulked up a little bit, added 15 lbs to his frame so that he can handle those bigger power forwards.
And with the Lakers, Mike, Horry has been asked to be more of a defensive specialist for the team.
And he's responded. Horry ranks 21st in steals, 31st in rebounds and 17th in blocks. He's clearly a team-first guy who will do whatever it takes to win.
He just feels like a guy who's going to win multiple rings in his career.
You're on the right track there.
That's off as well, so he misses both.
This is definitely an area Brown wants to improve. He contributes in other ways on the floor, though.
Here's Van Exel, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
A good job preventing the layup. I think it's smart to make him earn it from the line.
Yeah, intelligent defense there. The coaching staff encourages these guys to do whatever they can to avoid giving up easy buckets.
And the Bulls making a change here. Longley's checked in. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
There's so much to love about Nick Van Exel's game, but one of the things that stands out to me is his fearlessness. This guy believes he can score every time down the court, no matter who's defending.
And here's Brown outside, drains it from beyond the arc. And the Bulls lead by 9.
Boy, how much fun has this game been? Come on, man. Each side putting on an offensive clinic.
I have really enjoyed it. It's incredible that they're still playing at this level.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
I think that's what this team wants to see out of Campbell, getting aggressive on the inside and initiating contact.
He misses the free throw. Fox, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Second free throw, no good. Chicago leading by 9. Brown inside the line, and he sinks that one in the back of the rim on the line. And Bryant kicks to Van Exel. Outside, Kobe. Fox from outside. That's in, coming off an assist by Kobe. Bryant's got his 8th assist in the game. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter.
These squads are showing off now, showing us exactly what they can do from range.
Yeah, both teams are finding space to hurt each other from distance.
Jordan against Orr. Fox from outside, and the Lakers hit again from deep.
Boy, he's showing some fight right now, dialed in from the perimeter.
He's doing his best to dig into this lead, but he's going to need help from his teammates too. Can't do it alone.
He's letting it fly from downtown, and you can see the confidence is obvious when he shoots the 3-ball, and that's part of what makes him such an outstanding shooter.
Yeah, no question. And I don't understand why the defense hasn't adjusted and tried to chase him off the line.
Jordan dishes to Rodman. And there's the pass to Bryant. Tries a 3. Rodman passes to Longley. Jordan kicks to Kukoc. Back to Jordan. Fires the 3. Michael has now set a single-game scoring record here at the United Center, surpassing his previous record of 53 points. It's tipped. Brown with it. Picked up by Bryant. Jordan way outside. This has been one of the greatest individual scoring performances we have ever seen. And it's a new career high for Michael Jordan. Outside, Kobe. Good for the basket. Number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night.
You know, most people think of Van Exel as a scoring guard. But I'll tell you what, his playmaking skills are high level too.
Here's Kobe. And the basket is good.
And it's got to be frustrating that they're finally starting to play like this, being this one is basically done.
Well, hopefully they can take this energy into the next one, because I don't see them coming away with the victory tonight.
What a way for them to finish the game, closing it out with some terrific play.
We've seen too many games slip away late. They did a great job of putting this one to bed.
There's 45 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. A deep 3 from Jordan. Rodman finds Jordan. The shot's good. Rodman making the play. And the Bulls lead by 18.
It's been a barrage of threes here in this last quarter, pouring it on from deep.
They were saving their best shooting for last, hitting 3 after 3.
Outside, Kobe. Pass to Van Exel. And the Lakers hit again from deep.
Taking ownership of the arc. Van Exel clearly acting in response to that last three.
And it's good, 2 points.
Excellent distribution. That possession highlighting how important unselfishness is.
Now here's Van Exel. And there's another turnover by the Lakers.
Not sure who he was looking for there. I know the third row definitely wasn't expecting a pass.
5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And 3 from Jordan. No good. And so it's the Chicago Bulls getting the win in front of their home crowd. An important victory, Coach, for them here against the up-and-coming L.A. Lakers.
Well, Michael gets the best of Kobe while the Bulls capture their third straight win. And they need it as they're trying to move up in the standings in this cutthroat Eastern Conference.
And Clark, what does this loss mean, do you think, for the Lakers?
I think it's growing pains and a learning experience, Kevin. They just need to take a look at the film and correct the mistakes they made. But they're still second in the West, and with Shaq coming back right around Christmas time, I don't...
You got me?
Stars make every player on the team better. Michael Jordan, his ability to challenge himself, his natural ability physically of being able to play with such great energy, his intelligence, basketball intelligence, all those things I think were remarkable. I enjoyed coaching Michael Jordan because he had a respect for coaches and he had a desire to play at a peak level, and he's willing to follow instructions without, wanting to over-dominate the game. Even as a young player, there were times in the fourth quarter where he would make up the difference in a ball game on his own. I had to bring Michael in my office and say, Michael, when's the last time someone who led the league in scoring won a championship? Thought about it a bit. He said, Rick Barry. I said, yeah, that's right, in the 70s. But it's very rare that person that wins scoring championship is also on a championship team. So one of the things we're going to do is we're going to move the ball around and we're going to take the spotlight off you all the time and involve the other players on your team. He said, oh, you're going to have that equal opportunity offense. Well, what's going to happen when the 24-second clock gets under 5 seconds? We'll coach the players how to get the ball to you in that particular time so you can activate the ball. Save that terrific scoring ability for the fourth quarter. He laughed and he accepted the responsibility. And the other thing that we did is we moved him from a guard to a forward position. We really wanted to win the series in Chicago, game 5, and we lost this game and we flew out to Utah to play the 6th game, and Michael said, we're going to end it tonight. You guys get ready for this ball game because we're not going 7. Going into the game, we kind of knew what we had to do to win the game. You had to play close, but come out and win the game in the last 5 minutes. The timeout that I did take with about 40-some seconds to go, that was the key, because knowing Jerry Sloan and having coached against him many times, I knew that if we could go down and score and make it a one-possession game, that he wouldn't call a timeout. We'll run the open. Dennis will, run a pick or set a pick or slip a pick, depending upon what Ostertag does. And Michael, you can double back on Malone if you have the ability. You saw the crowd rise behind that whole activity. You could see the anticipation that they had that this was a crucial moment. Michael changed the idea and pulled up for the jumper instead of taking it to the hoop and finished it. We called that season The Last Dance, and I thought, for an ending of a career, there could have been nothing sweeter than what Michael had just done.
All right, fellas, let's get out of the box quickly. Do what we did last time, take a shot. What time is it? Game time! Move!
Every great plot has its twist. Game 5 of the NBA Finals was no exception. In fact, it may have shifted the momentum in this series. Michael Jordan was hitting the back of the rim all night. Meanwhile, Karl Malone finally found his rhythm, 39 points. And he had help, most notably from an unlikely source, forward Antoine Carr. Called upon in the second half, Carr had 5 attempts from the field. He made all 5. Chicago couldn't close it out at home, so we're back in Utah for Game 6, coming up next.
Twilight over the century-old Utah State Capitol building, just above downtown Salt Lake City.
Good evening, fans, and welcome to the Delta Center for game number 6 of the NBA Finals with the Chicago Bulls and our Utah Jazz. And now, introducing the starting lineup for the Chicago Bulls. Wearing number 13, the starting center at 7'2" from New Mexico, Luke Longley. On the guideline, number 9 at 6'6", from Miami of Ohio, Ron Harper. Wearing number 7, starting forward at 6'11" from Croatia, Tony Kukoc. Wearing number 33, starting forward at 6'7" from Central Arkansas, Scottie Pippen. Anatol, number 23 at 6'6" from North Carolina, Michael Jordan. The Bulls are coached by Phil Jackson. Starting forward, number 3 at 6'7" from Long Beach State, Brian Russell. The starting center, number 31 at 6'9" from Stanford, Adam Keefe. At guard, number 14 at 6'4" from Iowa State, Jeff Hornacek. On the guard line, number 12 at 6'1" from Gonzaga, John Stockton. Starting at forward, number 32 at 6'9" from Louisiana Tech, the mailman, Karl Malone. This is your Utah Jazz.
Welcome, everyone, to Salt Lake City, Utah, for Game 6 of the NBA Finals between the Chicago Bulls and the Utah Jazz. Alongside Clark Kellogg and Mike Fratello and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Coach, the Jazz need to win 2 in a row, but these rabid fans trying to will them to the finish line.
And if they win tonight, Kevin, Game 7 would also be here on their home court. So this crowd could have a decided impact on the final outcome.
And in the first 2 games here in Salt Lake City, Clark.
It is, Kevin, and the Jazz with a bit more size and strength inside, it sure would help Chicago if they can space the floor a little better tonight and knock down some of those perimeter shots.
On the floor for the Chicago Bulls, Luke Longley is at the 5. The forwards, Scottie Pippen and Tony Kukoc. And at the guard positions, Ron Harper and the great Michael Jordan. And so for the Utah Jazz, it's Adam Keefe and Karl Malone inside. Brian Russell at the 3 and also tasked with defending Michael Jordan. And the skilled backcourt of Jeff Hornacek and John Stockton.
When you look at how the Bulls have played on the road this postseason, they're only 4-4. And most of those losses have come against their toughest opponents, Utah and Indiana.
Count that one.
Can't leave somebody.